What's up everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Rijon Adventures. In the last episode that we got our very first starter from Professor Jen, and now right after we get our very first starter, and now that we took out some few steps outside, and we accidentally get the chance to face our rival. And now it turns out, and I forgot to mention that I forgot to done this right before I faced my rival, is that, so go to summary, and it's bashful in nature, met in Gravel Town at level 5. And now this is what's actually what it is, which tells you the attacks and defense and special attack and special defense and the speed. The speed is a little lower decrease on it, so special defense is really great and its HP is awesome. So I think you're going to look for a really great starter if you choose Squirtle for your starter. So so now since we got our starter, so let's go ahead and check out what's going on in this town. Gravel Town, a rocky civil by the caves. So as I just really want to say is that stop moving. As the realize I was gonna say is that when I'm really having trouble, like really having way a lot of trouble with pronouncing things. But as I was saying is that I'm checking out my channel, and turns out I'm at 112 subscribers, and that's just really great because now I'm really impressed that I'm really excited because I know some people really super fan of Pokemon, like watching Pokemon videos, and back there what we were looking at was Lida's berry shop, and she's probably just gonna sell some berries. Probably, I'm not actually sure when, but anytime soon. Anytime soon. But as I'm checking it right now, so I think all my videos are doing really great, except for one other thing. Actually, except for two things, is that I will try to get back to my Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, but some people comment on my latest episode for the Lord of the Rings for the Third Age. They said is, when is Mr. Curbs gonna record the next video? Well, technically, the truth is that, well, there's this new game that's been already been released, but the good news is that it's already been released in stores by now. So I think what I'm gonna do is that I will probably give soon, or somehow, probably this time of week, or probably anything somewhere around like that. But the name of the game is called The Lego The Hobbit, and now that's kind of cool. But also is that I will be doing a video for that. But first is that I forgot to mention, tell you all this, is that I just got a brand new headset, and it's called a Kuna, I think, pretty much, I think. Excuse me there. And I think what it is all works for Xbox 360 and PC and PlayStation 4, and I am not actually sure when. I'm just lost right now. As I was saying is, it's been new, and now we're just talking to some random people. So let's see what this hacker says. Wait right there. If you're leaving town facing all of those wild Pokemon in that cave, it would be a good idea to get a Pokedex first. Well, thanks for Hiker for letting me know about that, because we can leave without a Pokedex. And one other that is that this where I just walked in because I wasn't paying attention. Inside here is that it looks like more like a Pokemart, but it's also a Pokemart slash delivery. And he says, can you deliver this to your father? And yes, we are going to deliver this to our father. And sort of like a parcel. Before we start leaving, in here, I think this Pokemon will sell a potion, antidotes, paralyzed heals, and escape ropes. And finally, but not least, repels. So that's just great, because now you might actually need those along the way until you get throughout the cave. So it's really important to get some repels, because if you don't buy repels, you're gonna have a lot of trouble to avoid all those wild battles. because you might never know when you're gonna run into. Could be a Jew dude that could also learn like, well, I'm not entirely sure what moves those Jew dude or Subats could learn. You just gotta be really wisely to just just be careful with what you actually send out first, because the first party will be sent out first, the more it gets weaker. Just make sure you send out the full HP with it, because the more technically, if you send out the weak HP up in the front, and then that wild battle Pokemon will actually take out your Pokemon. And technically, we got the running shoes from our father, and he says if you hold down the B button, it then also makes you sprint. Yes. Now we got really cool, sweet shoes, and now he's trying to explain. I wore similar one when I started my adventure, and like I said, he happens to be our Red's father, but I mean Red's kid, of course. But as I was saying, is that what are you really forgetting to give us something, and you really give me at this kind of time right now? And now he's giving me the Devinscope. Um, I am not actually sure what Professor Jin needs that for, so he says it's pretty expensive, so don't go losing it, Miss Curbs. Okay, so since we got the run shoes, and now we can actually run indoors, because guess why? Running shoes are amazing, so you can actually get them right before you enter the cave, because and I think like repels like actually wear off like a 100 steps. So if you do it like this really slowly, I think it would actually take you really long until the repel wears off. But if you do this way, it will run the repair off. But if you do it in a different way, like walking, will not make the repel wear off so quickly, as my reference. And as since we're at the Professor Jin's lab, let's go ahead, sprint, and talk to her. So now since we got the Devinscope from her father, and now we're gonna deliver it to Professor Jin, and she's gonna be talking, and I have no clue what she's gonna say. And then our rivals decides to come back. He says, "Am I late? Huh?" And now she has a request for us to give us, and she's gonna say, so she's gonna give it to us right here in 8 seconds. Said Miss Curbs and said, take these with you, and wait until you get the Pokedex, because Pokedex is that you hardly recommend to have it with you, because if you don't have it with you, you're pretty bad shape, because you'll never know where Pokemon will be located and the cries. And we got Pokeballs finally, because now. But here's why: when you get Pokeballs, and right after you get finished with Professor Jen, when she gets done with talking, soon until we, whenever she's gonna get done, like, okay, Professor Jen, when are you gonna be done, really? No, she's like, okay, Aunt Jen, like Aunt Jen, it's Professor Jen. But turns out Seth likes to call her Aunt Jen. It's pronounced Aunt Jen or Aunt, because it's just a little kind of crazy for pronounce. So now he's gonna settle off, and now he's gonna go talk to us, saying we'll value them later, and whoever just gets their Pokedex first, 2. So now he's gonna try and say is that whoever gets the Pokedex completes first wins. And one other thing is that right before you leave, like since we chose Squirtle and our rival chose Bulbasaur that we're really super weak against, and what's gonna happen to this poor Charmander? Like seriously, if you click on A, that's Professor Jin's last Pokemon. We can't get it, because we have to choose 1, not 2, just 1. And the only reason why is that we can't get the second starter because it's just cheating. But if you added like a cheat code to it, it would be more okay, because actually you can only do that more sort of like a glitch. But as I was saying is, if you could do sort of like a glitch in our cheat code, that's why I highly recommend to get another starter, or all 3 starters in the same time. So as I'm saying this, poor Charmander, I'm sorry you're gonna be left alone in this poor lab, but guess what? Professor Jin it's gonna have some more company with you. So good luck, Charmander, and good luck. Because now we're on the way to where we're actually gonna head out to next. And as I was saying is right after you get through talking to Professor Jen, when we head back, this Pokemon will sell you Pokeballs. And since we got 5 with us, we should be all set. Since we got like 1, and like I said, the more you spend your money wisely, just kind of highly recommend to spend your money carefully. So I'll just spend 3, so that'll be a total of 4 potions. And I would really recommend to spend 2 antidotes, because if you use 3, it depends on just wasting your money. So we got 2 antidotes, and we need 2 paralyzed heals just in case we get right into, in case we get static paralyzed stuff. And now the most importantly, repels. And like I said, if you hit down, it tells you how much you have left. Like, not left, it just tells you that you are going to be spending 400 Pokédollars. And if you do it like this way, you're going to have like 580 Pokédollars left. So, and then that just actually takes you sort of around a case with the cave. So let's just go ahead and use our money on repels, because guess why? Because repels are really super important to get through all these caves. And seriously, what does this police officer have to say? Saying, thanks for delivering that package, Miss Curbs. You're welcome. And receive the flame checker. What? We can actually get the flame checker right after that? I didn't actually know this. You didn't actually notice this. Is that right after you delivered that parcel to your father? And when you get 5 Pokeballs, I mean, so now as I was saying this, Merson Cave Tunnel Entrance. So as I was saying is that we will be checking this really cool kind of cave. So let's go ahead and head in there. So like I said, is that, because I didn't actually notice this, is that, how to explain it? And there's a cave down there, but before we do, let's go ahead and run into some wild battles, because I'm not actually sure what we're going to be actually running to. And what do you know? It's an Abra. And I am not hardly doubted if I will be using Abra on my team. So, because now since we can't escape, so say, the wild Abra use Teleport. And like I said, if you use any other move, and you're pretty screwed, because you can't get Abra unless you use a Great Ball, or and what do you know is a level 5, and just use this teleport again. So I'm just gonna make sure, I'm just gonna run around in case I see any other Pokemon. And there's Geodude, of course, because now everyone doesn't like to use Geodudes on their team. Mostly, maybe, depends. And there's another Geodude, and we just finally run out of that Geodude once and for all. I'm just want to double check in case there's any other wild battles to counter. And Zubats, like, I know everyone hates wild Zubats, because guess why? They're annoying, because they're bad because their move called Leech Seed likes to suck their blood. Suck your blood. It's kind of like the how do I explain it? There's this movie called the Elsa, not Elsa. It's just, man. I'm just going back to the old things right now. I'm just see, because in case there's something else, like I'm just gonna. I thought it was kind of weird. So as I was saying is, I'm just. Oh wow, Paris. We found, actually we never ever seen Paris in this kind of cave. So let's just go ahead. And seriously, why are there not gonna be Oh seriously, are you kidding me? Wow. And same thing, Abras and Zubats. But the most importantly is that why Zubats could be more obnoxious and annoying is that because, one, they don't have eyes. They don't have eyes. They only have is teeth. All they like to do is just suck your blood for some reason. Just like, suck your blood. And oh yeah, I just realized what? Gavari? And I am not actually sure I'll be catching this on my team, but I just don't know if I'm actually sure. So I'm gonna skip that one. But if I see any other wild battles, and I mean wild battle of Pokemon, if I randomly counter, and I thought there would be any other more, but I think is that you can actually pretty hardly recommend that you Okay, I'm not actually sure how long this is gonna take to, because I thought one other time is that, you know what, since I'm gonna say this, but I'm not, I'm not gonna risk it. Let's just go ahead and just like, you know what, it's gonna stall my time. I'm just not gonna waste it anymore. So let's see if there's something else that runs. And well, it's a random woobat. It's a random woobat. Random woobat. And actually, for the sake of it, uh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and catch a Zubat, because I know Zubats could be more obnoxious and annoying. So let's just go ahead and use this Zubat on our team. I know Zubats could be annoying, but let's just go ahead and catch it. But the good news is that right after you catch this, the more long way while a while's away when you finally catch a Zubat. And the good news is that right after you catch this female, because some people think is that the only way to get a Crobat is based by its happiness. And now I got a good name for this out of this one, because I know some people like think it's kind of weird, but I just like to say is that it has no eyes. Instead, it relies on user's cries for echolocation to fit about its darkness. And it's a bat Pokemon, and guess that speaking of bat, we got, and I'm gonna name this because I just thought of this in the old days, because the people who made this old movie, it's called Batman. Da 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 Batman. Because reason why is that I chose to give it a Batman is because, um, just like the old time sakes, because everyone likes Batman. Maybe mostly depends on, but right before I stick, okay, enough with that wild battle there. So I'm gonna have to end up the episode here. So thanks for watching, guys, and leave a like to this video, and I'll see you guys all next time.